Welcome to Unit 10, Part 1 video. We're going to be talking about circles and circumference. So for Part 1, a couple vocabulary words. The first one is a circle. And a circle is all the points in a plane that are equidistant from a fixed point, which we call the center of the circle. So a segment that endpoints are at the center and on the circle is what's called a radius. So C to F, C to E, C to D. A chord is a segment with endpoints on the circles, like AB is a chord, DE is a chord, and a diameter is a chord that passes through the center. So DE is also a diameter. A radius is half of a diameter, and the diameter is 2 times the radius. So in the circle here, it says to name the circle. So we call it circle Q because the center is Q. The radius, well, one radius is QW, and then a chord would be WY. And the diameter would also be WY. Now, in this circle here, number 2, it says name the circle. So we say circle F. Radius, we could say is FN. It says which segment is not a chord. Not a chord would be FN as well. Because FN, both endpoints are not on the circle. So number 3, it says if RT is 21, so the diameter is 21, what's the length of QV, which is the radius? So QV equals 1/2 of 21, which is 10.5. And then if QS is 26, what is RV? RV is 1/2 of 26, which is 13 centimeters. Circle pairs. So 2 circles are congruent if and only if they have congruent radii. All circles are similar no matter what. And concentric circles are circles that are in the same plane that have the same center. So if you look at number 4, the diameter of circle X is 22 units. So that means the radius is 11. And the diameter of circle Y is 16, so that means the radius is 8. WZ is 5 units. Find XY. So the radius of circle X is 11, so that means XW is 6. And then circle Y, the radius is 8, so that means ZY is 3. So now I want you to find XY. So it's 6 plus 5 plus 3, so it's 14 units. So the next one, the diameter of circle D, B, and A are 4, 9, and 8. So that means the radius is 2, 3, and 9. So the radius for circle D is 2. The radius for circle B is 4.5. 4.5. And for circle A, it is 9. So it wants to find AC. Well, remember, for B, it's 4.5, and if this part is 2, that means 3.5 here. Or actually, sorry, 2.5. So AC is equal to 2.5 plus 4.5. So it's equal to 7 inches. All right, so page 3, circumference. So circumference is like the perimeter of a circle. And to find the circumference, there's two ways. You can either go pi times diameter or 2 pi r. So a series of crop circles were discovered in Alberta, Canada on September 4th, 1999. The largest of the 3 circles had a radius of 30 feet. Find its circumference. So remember, circumference is 2 pi r. So that means 2 times pi times 30, which is 60 pi. And when you multiply, you get 188.496 feet. All right, so the next one, the Unisphere, is a giant steel globe that sits in Flushing Meadows, Corona Park in Queens, New York. It has a diameter of 120 feet. Find its circumference. So circumference is pi times diameter. So it's 120 pi, which when you multiply gives you 376.991 feet. Find the radius of a circle to the nearest hundredth if its circumference is 16.8 meters. So remember, circumference is 2 pi r. So therefore 16.8 equals 2 pi r. Divide by 2 pi. And r is equal to 2.67 meters. So then it says find the diameter and the radius of a circle to the nearest hundredth if the circumference of the circle is 65.4 feet. Well, remember, circumference is pi times diameter. So 65.4 equals pi times d divided by pi. And you get that it's 10.41 feet for the diameter. And then that means the radius is equal to the diameter divided by 2. Or actually, sorry. When you divide here, you get 20.82 feet. And then when you divide by 2, you get 10.41 feet for the radius. All right, so then it says find the exact circumference of circle K. Well, remember these are radii, so they're congruent. So this is going to be a 45, 45, 90. The hypotenuse is 3 rad 2. So that means that rad 2 times x is equal to 3 rad 2. When you divide by rad 2, x is equal to 3. So that means the radius is 3. So remember the circumference is 2 pi r. So it's equal to 2 times 3 times pi, which is 6 pi, which is the exact circumference. So it's 6 pi units. Because remember it says exact, so no decimals. So number 11, the exact circumference. So here you have isosceles triangle. So this is 10. And notice that this would be a 90-degree angle, so it's also going to be 45 here. And also understand that these two segments are congruent because they're all radii. So that means this is going to be a 45, 45, 90 on both sides with the hypotenuse being 10. So that means rad 2 times x equals 10 divided by rad 2 means that the radius is 10 over rad 2, which remember you need to rationalize So that's 10 rad 2 over 2, which is 5 rad 2. So that's the radius. So then the circumference, remember, is 2 pi r, which is 2 pi times 5 rad 2, which means it's 10 rad 2 times pi units. All right, that concludes our video on part 1. Part 2 will be coming up soon for Unit 10.